Today is the day. I'm actually going to go board, going to Melbourne. Um, and today is going to be a training day. Well, maybe this way. So the idea of this training is try to do a laundry service franchise, doing pickup, drop off, as well as wash, dry, and fold. The system goes for, well, I guess the training goes for about 4 days. 3 days of that is generic training based on customer service and whatever else. I'll try to document them as much as I can as I go along. And then the last day would be based on just the laundry service division, let's say. Overall, I have no idea what I'm trying, what the outcome going to be when I'm actually doing this training, but hopefully the information that I'm getting from this, it's somewhat useful for any other businesses that I'm possibly endeavor in the future. So the basic concept of it, from what I realized, that most of the time, or most of the information that I gather is do great customer service and the money will follow. So I've been doing the opposite, where I'm like following the money and hopefully the customer service is good. I guess I'm doing it the wrong way or so. Yeah. So this particular, it's actually a franchise business model. So there will be a fee involved every month that goes to the company. There's a system and processes that comes with buying a franchise that you have to follow. It is not based on whatever it is that you feel like doing. So yeah, as a whole, the buying price of buying a franchise is actually a lot more expensive compared to the Uber version of laundry services. But the concept of it is kind of simple. If you have, let's say, 6 machines, if you charge the customer roughly about $50 per machine. Now, we tested the machine alone as of this morning or so. We actually already got the machine. So $50, if you got 6 machines on an average, it would be about $300 or so that you got, that you're charging the customer. Based on the $50, it's probably going to take you about 1.5 hours for the wash and 1.5 hours for the drying. So call it 3 hours. Over 3 hours, you're going to make about $300. It's because it's multiple machine. You load it up, they're all working together, and then once they stop, you go put on the dryer, load it up again, and that's it. So that's that's per load. Let's assume that you can probably do about let's assume that you can do about 3 of those per day. So by 3, so you're averaging, you should be able to make roughly about $900 is your income, but expenses taken out of it. So let's assume that you're working on about 30%. Is your expenses, making roughly about $630, $600 or so per day. That is the thought process on my head. We've only got 1 machine at the moment, but gradually we're going to add it and add it until such time we have roughly about 6 odd machines somehow. That's the idea. So there's going to be a days in the beginning. Obviously, it's going to be a bit hard because you don't have established customers yet. You haven't found the rhythm yet. We haven't figured it out how it's all going to work, but that's the simple concept of it. So I'm trying to document them as I go along. Yeah, so if it's good at $600 per day, averaging is 3 customer per machine at 6 machine. So $600 per day times it by, let's say, 4 days, you're making about $2.5 grand or so, or 2,400. That's on a raw numbers. I haven't figured out how much is the actual because we obviously have no idea. That's the base concept. Let's assume, again, another $400 of that is more administration. So you should be able to make roughly about $2,000 per week. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of exciting doing this new adventure because I don't know what my expectation, where I'm gonna go from this, but realizing that most people who's successful, they are entrepreneur. They open up their own business or follow a system. Hence why I bought the franchise business instead of trying it myself. Yes, there will be a cost involved having a franchise business, whereas every month there's going to be a fees, but I'm paying for the system and processes. If I can see myself doing this by myself outside of the franchise system and have the system by myself, create my own system, let's say, then I would probably do that in the future. But we'll see how it goes. It might be something that I might not enjoy in the first place. So overall, yeah, we'll see how it goes. I think that's about it for now. I'll see you on my thought process the next one.